Hello, California. Where have you been all my life? It's been a long time since I've been there. Long time. So, welcome. Day number 29. Day number 29. And what happens after? Ah! So, ah, what are we going to talk about today? I feel like I'm just winging it now. Hmm. Meditation has kind of sucked today. But, nevertheless, we managed to make something out of it. And what did we make? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. But if I would, this is what I would say. Meditation went not the best. I was training some focus on the headset, and it gives me a feedback how successful I am. And I was not that successful at all today. I was not successful. And I'm a little bit more lighthearted about it now, but in the moment I was not. I was pissed, as one can be. And I realized why I was pissed. Which there's a bit of a good and bad in these kind of situations. It's gonna be quite revealing, and then it's almost like it's like when you go through something and you come out on the other side, expanded on something. Even if you look at it exercise, go maybe. I mean, I guess people you start to enjoy it after a while, but maybe the first time after you haven't been doing it for a while, it can be like quite difficult. But once you went through it, it obviously, the benefits overweigh your time and effort investment. So today with this meditation, when I was getting really pissed, I wanted to throw everything in the wall, as you do. And well, I haven't. I've done it in the past. The outcome is not favorable. And what I noticed is that I was experiencing why I was angry, and I realized that it was meeting my own powerlessness, meeting my own I can't. You fill the gap for yourself, whatever you feel like you are powerless to, and what you cannot do. And it's really sucks. It's you can be even angry, or some people just you can just surrender to it, and you become depressed, because if you think you can't do something, or you don't have power to change it, it kind of sucks. If you think deeper, I've noticed it's a one of the beliefs, false beliefs, if I will, in reality, if there is such thing, which I believe there is. Let's call it objective reality. That's a whole other domain. Um, even if I don't want to go into it now, or open too many doors. But it already did. Where was I? I lost my train of thoughts. Anyway, I was getting lost in the powerlessness and I can't attitude, and it doesn't feel good. And I was saying that if you go deeper, I've seen that you experience. I'm having some difficulties here, so that's what's happening, just in case you are wondering. And it's okay, I'm not gonna edit this because That's what's real for me right now. And the beliefs, I was saying this, that if you can't or you're powerless to it, they're actually not accurate. You just don't see it. You make it true for you. But in reality, it's not really true. And if you start to understand that you make it so, there's a liberation in itself in this realization. So I hope it made sense what I just said. That basically, not to sum up, when you feel like powerless to something and you're in the attitude of I can't, doesn't feel good, and you feel this is true, you cannot move past it. But there's a way how to move past it if you have to go through it. You really do. So what does that mean, going through it? Well, it means holding presence, unconditional acceptance of something without judgment while you're experiencing these feelings, these beliefs. If you're able to do that, you're able to go right through it. It's almost like you reach the limits of your mind and then you break and you go to the other side. Break on through to the other side. And it feels pretty good because it changes you in a moment. You expand. All this for meditation. Because if you don't practice some awareness, it's also weird to practice some awareness. You are awareness, but you know what I mean. There are levels how you can discuss something. So what I meant to say is, like, if you don't practice some sort of meditative practice, you're not going to have the presence strong enough to witness something unconditionally. And that thing will not be able to move. I can't stress how important this is, what I just said. So when I'm able to move through powerlessness and I can't, I've seen that on the other side, it's not true. Does it make sense? And it's funny, how in some reality, something you can, but then you just break through and it's like, it was not true. I can break through. And therein, with breaking through, I wanted to address a thing called change. Why is it so difficult to change for people? And now today, especially, we live in a time that I genuinely, let me see. Well, I think there's a truth into, like, change or die saying. Because if you're not able to let go of what doesn't serve you, and you know what doesn't serve you deep down, on the surface, if you don't, and if you're not able to let go, you're not able to adapt to changes. Imagine if your intestines, that's an analogy that you're is easy to understand, will not let go of your shit. What will happen? Maybe for a day you'll be okay. Second day, well, you already start to feel it. Third day, fourth day, fifth day, you're there, constipated, can't let go of your shit. Imagine your intestine can't let go of the shit. What do you think is going to happen? And running out through the time until you see the disaster. But people, we are like this. We are refusing to let go of thoughts, feelings, stories, beliefs that don't serve us. Keep unconsciously running it through our head, through our system, being caught and trapped, and can't break free. Break free. Break three. 3 times you break free. And you know what I noticed just lately? I'm repeating what I found out like many times before. that very simple, but very true, very profound. It's actually so simple that you can easily ignore it. That if you don't want to change, you will not. Like, okay, if you don't want to change, wow, am I not a genius here? If you don't want to change, you will not change. Well, what I'm saying is that if whole of you can see like you're the sum of all the cells, all the parts, different parts of you, if they're not aligned and want to change together, or maybe simplify, if your conscious mind wants to change and you say, oh, I really want to change, but subconsciously something in you doesn't want to change, because that's how the mind works. Mind doesn't want to let go, of certain patterns. It has its reasons. So if you cannot go beyond the mind, it will hold these patterns till the, end of time. So we'll not be able to let go, learn something new, and be that change that you'll seek. And why, if you don't want to change, or, let's say that your life is great, everything is great, everything works perfect, you don't want to change, no problem. This channel is more like for people that have some areas of life that requires change, and you have figured out that you will have to change if you want to change your life, because your life will not change by itself. Maybe like for short time, but then you'll go back to yourself. You cannot escape yourself, your mind, smaller mind, if you will. That's the whole problem. You want to, in many ways, maybe you're aware of it or not, but you want to. You want to escape yourself. And for that, you need to change. And if you are consciously, if you realize that and you just decided, yeah, I want to change, then there's another trick, which I just mentioned: convince your subconscious mind, which you can't really, because the way subconscious mind works is a bit differently. There's a way how to access it. They say it's kind of like a tape recorder. In a way, it is. It is. It repeats certain behaviors that you programmed mostly unconsciously with your conscious mind. I hope you're not getting lost here. So the point of all this is to realize that there are parts of you that don't want to change if you come up to the decision that you do want to change. You need to get all the parts together and align that they at least in majority want the same thing. Then things can happen very fast. And why subconscious mind is unaligned most of the time is because of this unwillingness to let go of certain patterns. And the way you let go, the way I understand, is not to, oh, I let go. No. The way let go happens is with your understanding. When you understand deeply, not just with your mind, obviously, why something is there, even though it's not meant to be, because it's not serving you, and you get the lesson, you learn, the things will drop almost by itself. Maybe there's such thing as delayed reaction, because our neurochemistry, our physical neurochemistry, maybe needs some time to incorporate that change, execute this change, if you will. But that's just a matter of time. You inside, you will feel, it's something switched in my head. Something switched in my head, and now the changes are being executed in my body mind system. I hope it's not too esoteric, because I want to make this practical. And I actually wanted to talk about change, because a lot of times when we are changing, you'll see people around us don't change. They'll laugh at you, they put you down. I don't. There are so many ways, how ego fights the change. And I've noticed, we all want to change. Maybe our partners, maybe our friends, and what I really learned, which I knew before with the mind, but now I really learned, if they don't want to change, like wholly, conscious and subconscious aligned, to simplify, It's not gonna happen. They might say, "I really want to change. I want to change my life." Oh, da, da, da. But then they will speak. Their actions will speak louder than their words, because yeah, it starts with a genuine, strong intention, but then your daily life will show, am I really serious about that? And not serious in this like tough way, but do I really mean what I'm saying? Or there's another part, or when I have a chance to slack off a little bit, slack off, don't really, I'm all right, life is not that bad, I'm having some money, it's okay, I know how to go and avoid with some alcohol, maybe meet some friends, some socialize, I'll feel better. All there's other things that I do that makes you feel better short term, until you meet yourself again. What's wrong? What's wrong? You might ask. Or maybe quietly, what's wrong? But you will ask. So I guess talking a little bit about the change, that how important it is to, you have to decide, and if you want, you cannot decide for somebody else. If somebody else doesn't want to change, and their actions, it's always best to say, like, are the actions implying that they are serious, they're willing to do what it takes to change? Are you willing to do what it takes to change? Maybe that's the question. And then don't tell me, tell to yourself, and even better, show to yourself by doing. That's how things move. And that's what we're doing here. I know this is not the best ever, streams that I'm doing, a videos that I'm recording. There are a whole bunch of flaws that I become aware of, even like seeing myself, so many mistakes. But you have to start somewhere, and if not, you'll just procrastinate. So these are my actions to show I want to change certain aspect of my life, or actually quite a lot of aspect, maybe everything, almost everything, some things I like. And for that, I need to change myself. That's how it works. Trying to change others, good luck, especially without first changing yourself. Yeah, that's really good luck. Let me know if that ever worked. Be fun conversation. So much for today. Change. Day 29. See you tomorrow at the last day. Who knows what will come through my awareness, mind. Either way, wish you a great day, and yeah, speak to you soon.